Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of the Dirty 30. Now today we're going to talk about something called the 3-second rule and taking action. So the 3-second rule is something that I learned over time. This was several years ago. I was probably like 17 and then it got reinforced through the military as far as taking accountability and a hold of your own life, taking action. Taking action, a lot of times fear is predicated on that. And sometimes people use fear, as Jim Carrey said, and disguise it as practicality. Oh, I don't want to go ahead and start my own business. Why? Because there's no job security. I'm scared. What if? If you talk yourself out of it, you will. You'll end up talking yourself out of it because it's the logical sense to not do anything and not try to at least make the attempt to make your life better. Have you ever been out and you wanted to do something and you thought about it and all of a sudden you talk about all the negatives that happen and then all of a sudden you don't do it? That's exactly what I'm referring to. So the 3-second rule actually implies to that. What do I mean? 9 times out of 10, you come down to a choice or a decision and all of a sudden you have this fear that gets put into your body. For men, sometimes it's, should I go talk to the lady? Or should I say this or that? How do they feel if I were to say something? Sorry for the finger in the video. However, I don't think that you should really be scared because at the end of the day, it's your life. Life is about being happy. So do what makes you happy. You know, it's funny because where I grew up was New York City. Then we moved down to North Carolina, and I see a lot of people, they don't take that much time when they're buying a pair of Jordans that cost several hundreds of dollars. But when it comes to bettering themselves, as far as taking a course or doing a mentorship program or stepping out of their comfort zone and, you know, starting a business or doing something different with their life, changing their major in college because it's the unethical or not logical thing to do. Take chances and take risks. The reason why those succeed in life and become part of the 1% is because they genuinely love and they put effort in following their passion. The ones who put effort in following their passion normally strive if they pursue it. Why? Because they love it so much that they can only see the glass as half full instead of half empty. Because in a sense, when things are bad, when you're bankrupt, so on and so forth, or you're broke, look at Walt Disney. Walt Disney was bankrupt for several years. He was fired for lack of creativity. And now because of a mouse, people pay millions of dollars to go to a park and look at it and hang out and take pictures, so on and so forth, because he put forth the effort into his passion and his love. Don't be scared to take risks, because at the end of the day, if it makes you happy and you put enough effort towards it, something will come out of it. Something good will. Now, I'm not saying that this is gonna go for everything because, you know, life happens. Storms happen. You try to go out, you say, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do something different today. Oh, it's a storm. Something bad happened. Well, you know what? Find something good in that storm. Maybe you should stay in and practice some more on your skill or your craft. They talk about the 10,000 hours. The 10,000 hours of practice it takes for you to become a master at something. You know, it's true. I mean, there's no such thing as an overnight success. We're here outside in the beautiful area and all these beautiful homes, but these people didn't build these homes overnight. It took time. And time is one of those things, it's the only commodity we can't buy more of. That was said by Warren Buffett. It's the most valuable thing. And if you stop trading your time for money and you start predicating your money on your happiness and your passions, pursuits, and efforts, you start seeing how beneficial it can be. For instance, when I was younger, I was trading my time for money and I was scared, and I applied the 3-second rule where it didn't take that long to make a decision. That's what it applies to. So I ended up leveraging my position at a hotel to let me perform during their manager's reception, and still be on the clock at the same time, which is pretty awesome. So I was performing magic during the manager's reception and getting paid hourly. I ended up increasing my monthly by $600 a month. And now you're saying that's not a lot of money. Then again, I was also like 16 years old at the time. Not to say like you can't do that, because anybody has a hobby. I mean, maybe you like taking photos, maybe you like art, maybe, I don't know, you aspire to be a mechanic, but you haven't had the funds or the finances to go to mechanic school. Think outside of the box, like we said in episode 1, and find a mentor. You know, mentors could show you things. Try to find a mechanic or make a buddy or a friend, so on and so forth. Going back to episode 1, and network with people. Talk to them. See if they can help you learn, you know, about something that you want to do in life. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to connections. You know, take those actions and let me know exactly how it works out for you. But don't ever waste too much time pondering, because pondering gets you nowhere. I know a lot of people, they talk about doing things with their life, so on and so forth. Oh, I'm thinking, I'm pondering, I was trying to put together the other day. But all that time is time spent not doing anything. Walt Disney said, as long as you're doing something, you're not doing anything. Pondering is doing nothing, because you're thinking. Get out of your head, move your physical body, and actually do something with your life. You know, whether it's to pursue dance, whether it's to pursue entrepreneurship and start a business, whether it's to pursue your own photography thing, whether it's to pursue art, whether it's to change your major, whether it's to just change your life. You know, a lot of people get scared. They get stuck in, you know, relationships, and they get scared to get out of those relationships. Why? Because fear kicks in. And then they talk about all the other things that would happen if the relationship was dissolved. That makes no sense to me. So what I want you guys to do is actually go out and write a list down of the top 3 things you want to do with your life. Whether that's to change it for the better, start a business, change your major, pursue something that makes you happy. And comment below, let me know what they are, and tell me what it is that you actually did to get the ball moving. Because success can't start without momentum. Once the ball starts rolling, it just starts picking up speed, and things become a lot easier. Your brain naturally starts making natural connections to things that you pay attention to. You ever buy a car and then all of a sudden you see it everywhere? I don't think the car dealership all of a sudden had a sale and everybody decided to purchase that single car. Your brain is starting to use itself in a way that it makes things stand out to you. So go ahead and do that. Comment below, message me if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you on episode 3 of the Dirty 30. Have a good one.